Welcome, welcome with love and light. Namaste, Ashe. Happy, happy birthday, Leos. Okay, happy birthday, happy August, happy Venus Day. All right, it's Friday. So quickly, let me just give a message for Leo. All right, Leo, Leo, Leo. Okay, happy birthday. Happy birthday. All right, let's give you a quick birthday message, Leo. A message from the universe. Okay. I gotta fix my camera. It's backwards. It's backwards. All right, so messages from the universe for my Leos. All right. The sun governs Leo. That is positive energy. Okay, so you guys should be having fun in the sun. All right, if it's not raining, and if it's raining, go inside and turn lights on. Okay, make it bright. Make it bright, make it warm. Okay, create the scene. You guys are creative. Leos are very creative. They got that creative energy, that optimism, and you know, sometimes they have that I ain't never scared energy. All right. So let's see. Messages for the Leo collective. All right. Okay. Leo, I need you to get excited again. I need you to remember you're not in this thing alone. I'm working on your challenges. I've already assigned angels to you. So let go and the stress and just trust me. So let go of the stress and just trust me. Okay. Me is the most high God. Okay. I is the most high God. That's when you hear the eyes, that's that's the universe. That's God. Okay. I've got a pretty incredible ending in store. In fact, that's why you need to get excited again, Leo, because the happy ending I've got coming is going to rock your world. This is a very powerful. I like this for your birthday. I love this as a birthday message because let me read that again. Leo, I need you to get excited again. I need you to remember you're not in this thing alone. I'm working on your challenges, Leo. I've already assigned angels to you, okay? So let go of the stress and just trust me. I've got a pretty incredible ending in store. In fact, that's why you need to get excited again, okay? Because the happy ending I've got coming is just going to rock your world. All right. So look, Leo, this is wonderful. Okay. This is wonderful. This is powerful. This is positive. Like, this is amazing. Okay. This is amazing. I think that's a very good, I think this is a very good positive birthday message. Happy birthday, Leo. Happy birthday, Leos. Okay. Okay. Let's give you one more because that was just, let's give you one more, Leo. No matter what happens, Leo, no matter how far you seem to be away from where you want to be, never stop believing that you will somehow make it. Have an unrelenting belief that things will work out, that the long road has a purpose. So, with both of these messages, I'm getting collective. I'm getting that, for some of you, you may have lost your way. Okay. So what do I mean by lost your way? You know how when you have a plan, you're working on it, whether the, goal is far away or close by, but you're moving. Okay. It's like the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Everything is going steady, routinely. There's no hiccups. There's no bumps in the road, but the wheel is turning. Okay. But something happened and something always happens. I don't care who you are. Something always happens, but collective, what I'm getting is that something happened and you just weren't able to regroup. Okay. You were not able to regroup. So let's see what could have happened to Leo to where they were not able to regroup. Okay. Or not as quickly, or maybe you felt like you stayed stuck longer than what you would have liked to. Okay. Yeah, get excited, Leo. Okay, so fake friends will do it. Fake friends will do it. Okay. That'll definitely throw you off course. That'll definitely, yeah, trying to fulfill a fantasy, putting on a show. So basically, not being your authentic self, Leo. Okay. Not being your authentic self. Hanging around people, maybe chasing other people's dreams, right? You're trying to fulfill this fantasy that isn't real, okay? Not for your timeline, not for your higher self, okay? So all of this is just a facade. You were living in a false timeline, okay? An illusion, okay? So, and that's what Saturn retrograde is about. Releasing the false timeline, releasing the illusions, and releasing the karmic weight, returning to truth and structure. That's what Saturn's return brings us. Truth and structure, honoring our truth, which is our higher self and our beauty, right? So the lesson is to choose wisdom over illusions, okay? Build a future with love and discipline in the spirit of excellence, okay? And just be thankful that, the planetary alignment empowers us with these energies, okay? So for some of you, it's like maybe you had some people in your lives that were like, I told you so, I told you so, which is not nice. And of course, you don't want to hear it. So what do? We remove ourselves, right? But doing all of this, you just completely stop working on yourself. And sometimes we do get into a depression. And now I really understand with this depression coming out. I understand why the messages from the universe is saying, I need you to get excited again. Okay? I need you to get excited again, Leo. Okay? Please and thank you. So, all right, let's see. Let's give Leo some guidance before we move on. Okay? Guidance for Leo. So, obviously, you ran away from the people, places, and things that weren't working out for you. And I am hearing like someone being told, I told you so, I told you so, I told you so. Okay, of course we don't want to hear it. Sometimes it's the way that you say it. It's how you say it, okay? And also, who says it does matter? Because let's be honest, we don't want everybody's advice. We don't care. We don't want everybody's advice. Some people just don't receive people. And, a group of people can be speaking the same language, saying the same words, yet you only receive it from one person, right? So we have this thing where we get lost. And when we run away, actually, you're not really running away from the people. You're running away from your goal because it's still a distraction, okay? Even though you're running away from the people, places, and things that are not on your timeline, you're on a false timeline, but you're still running away from your true self, okay? Because once you shake people and let them go, then get back on track, okay? Shake them, let them go, and keep it moving. Now, I'm not saying that experiencing depression, we can avoid it. No, because being around fake dreams and trying to follow their dreams and live in their timeline, that is enough to make you sink into a state of depression, okay? So we have unknown shore here. The unknown awaits you, prepare to be challenged. These people didn't challenge you, they just made you feel uncomfortable, okay? That's what fake friends do. They make you feel uncomfortable. And collective, Leo, you know, your shadow side. You just they they brought out your shadows, okay? Because that's what they needed for them. They needed you as their as part of their entourage. I'm sure you're not the only one that was part of this little clique that was following somebody else's on somebody else's timeline, okay? Carrying karmic debt that wasn't yours, okay? This is a prime example of how we become debt collectors, okay? And it gets piled up on our plate. So sometimes fake friends are not real. They were never your friends. They didn't even try to be your friend. Because this here, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not getting the energy of people who pretended to be your friend. I'm getting the energy of people who you wanted to impress. Okay? So they just used you for what you had to offer, which, like, some people want entourage, they want, people in their corner, and they don't care whether or not you're accomplishing your goals or not. Okay? You have to listen to your inner voice, and for some of you, actually all of you collective, if you're in this collective, you were not listening to your inner voice. Okay? If you were listening to your inner voice, you wouldn't have been in this state of mind. Don't want to hear it. Okay? So the guidance and the advice here is to deal with your inner voice. Okay? I dealt with my inner fears and discovered my inner voice. My intuition guided me on the path of light, okay? And the path of light was away from these people. Now, it's not that these people were bad people. It's just that they were not, you weren't where you were supposed to be, okay? Your inner voice is never wrong. It never steers you wrong, okay? All right, we have fidelity. That's you, Leo. I am committed to my mind, heart, and will. I'm committed to fulfilling the needs of my soul. That's the thing. My soul, not other people's souls, okay? I believe in myself, in God, and in the universe, okay? Because that's who's guiding you off this false timeline, okay? That's who's guiding you off this false timeline, okay? Brave heart, lion heart, return to the heart, Leo, okay? I breathe in the light and hold fast to the essence of my soul. The present moment, I calm my thoughts. I focused on my heart and found the space of being where my light and greatness resides. I found inner peace, and that's how you dismantle depression. Okay, that's how you dismantle depression. That's the antidote to depression. Finding your inner peace, Leo. Okay. So this is awesome. All right. This is a great time to realize your inner peace. Okay. This is a great time to realize your inner peace. And guess what? Once you find your inner peace, then you can start manifesting, okay? So look, I'm excited. I'm excited because I wanted to give you guys your birthday message first, okay? But this is tying into what I really wanted to get into the meat and potatoes of. Because happy August, okay? Happy August. Happy birthday, Leos. Happy Venus Day, happy Friday, happy all first quarter of the moon, okay? So I want to get down to manifestation, okay? So yes, because this is the perfect time to manifest. For those of you who follow the phases of the moon, the best time to manifest love, money, and all those great things that for some of you, you feel like it's impossible to achieve. And for those of you who know, okay, if you know, this is a great time to, start doing some manifestation, right? First quarter of the moon on a Friday. Okay. And for those of you who believe that the first of the month is the great time for prosperity and love, rituals, let's get it, okay? Because it's August 1st, it's a Friday, it's the first quarter of the moon. The moon is waxing. Let's get it, okay? I'm just ready. Let's see. I'm bursting with energy. Okay, let me get my Angels of my abundance deck. Where is it? Where's my abundance deck? So I'm ready to talk about some manifestation. Okay. Oh wait, what is this? Yep, this is one. Yep. All right. So let's see. I think this. Yeah, this is gonna be last. All right. Oh, here it is, right here. Angels of abundance. Okay, so Leo, let's see. Let's empower you, okay, with some powerful abundance energy. Okay, so you can already see, look at this. Dreams of abundance. Let's get it. Let's go to sleep tonight. Let's sprinkle some fairy dust over our eyes. Okay. Dreams of abundance. As you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions, right? Because, okay, you are experiencing depression because you were on somebody else's timeline. You were on a false timeline, right? And now that you ran away, you've experienced your depression, but, okay, you brought it back to light. You came back to self, okay? You came back to self, and the best time to set intentions is when you have found peace, okay? Because you can clearly hear what the angels, what the universe has to say, okay? And remember, the universe says that no matter what happens, no matter how far you seem to be away from where you want to be, okay? Because remember, you ran away, okay? You ran away and it's okay, all right? Because the universe never stopped believing in you, and spirit never stopped, whispering directions to get you back on your timeline, okay? So be sure to record your dreams in a journal because they contain valuable insights that will help you manifest your desires into reality. So manifestation is able with a clear mind. When your mind is clear and you're at peace, okay, and you stop running away, okay, from your higher self, and you get back on your timeline, okay, then you're able to block out distractions, okay. That is very important for manifesting. Your life purpose and other priorities need your undivided attention, okay. You can't think straight when you're experiencing depression, okay. So it's time for you to take charge of your schedule and working environment by turning off electronics and avoiding anyone or anything, aka fake friends, okay, um, that distracts you from what's important. Remember, you are important. You are your first priority, okay? You are your first priority. You already know what these distractions are, and you have the power to responsibly block them out. Yes, that because you actually ran away from these people. You just couldn't handle it anymore. Okay. Okay. Take a divinely guided chance. A divinely guided chance, which Leo, it looks like you're already there because you use spirit to get you back to your true self. Okay. You got away from being other people's entourage and uh, walking in other people's timelines, being places that you had no business being, okay? Because you were uncomfortable with yourself. But now that you're comfortable with yourself, all positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, which Leo, I don't think you have a problem with that. And you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories, okay? Yes, that's exactly what this message said. The unknown awaits you. Okay. So prepare to be challenged, which Leo, this is up your alley, okay? As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar, but no longer appreciate, but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. Meaning, these people who you were chasing after to be your friend, um, you're gonna meet new people. All right, you're gonna meet new people. Okay, when you let go of these people, aka clear out your debt, because remember, you just accumulated karmic debt, right? By being in the presence of these fake friends. Your self-care involves removing the heavy burden of financial and emotional debts from your life, because when you're in a state of depression, for some of you, whether you own your business, whether you have an employer, whether you work from home or out in the field, it doesn't matter. When you are depressed, it doesn't matter that you work from home. Working from home doesn't make it easier. As a matter of fact, it probably makes it worse. Probably makes it even that much harder to get out the bed, okay? Because it's like it just works out that way. People think it's easier to work from home than out in the field. Um, but it can be the opposite, okay? You already feel lighter and freer just by facing this topic and making a plan to clear present obligations and avoid future ones as well. Okay. Like, I'm so itching to get to the ritual part that Spirit is going to outline for you, Leo. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is let's see what type of power moves you guys need to make, Leo, because yeah, look at this transformation. Okay. Transformation. Change is the natural order of things. Don't be afraid of the unknown. We have three messages out here about the unknown, okay? Three messages because you lost your way. And when you came back, nothing was familiar because you were not on your proper timeline, okay? Transformation. All right. So once you're able to bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, then you're able to actually hear and think of some creative ideas. Okay. So, Leo, if you have an innovative new inspiration, test these new ideas and break out fast, meaning don't sleep on it. Okay. Witty ideas and inventions. Leo, you're already creative. You know, the sun empowers you to be creative. Okay. Fire energy, you got the action and the empowerment is there. So if you have an idea, Leo, um don't be slow to move. Do not be slow to move. Okay. I mean, how fitting that loyalty comes out for Leo. Okay, because Leos are associated with being loyal, right? Be loyal to your friends, not the fake friends. Okay. So you don't have to have any. Just be loyal to yourself. Okay. Don't be a sellout to yourself. True friendship and loyalty are amongst the most important values. Okay. And then you got to plan where you want to be, Leo. Okay. So there's a lot of guidance out here, Leo. Okay. You lost your way. You were on a false timeline with these people. And like I said, it's not that these people were bad. They did not ask you to join them. Okay. You saw something great in them and you wanted to be a part of it. But you had your own vision. You walked away from your own vision to be on somebody else's, to be in somebody else's vision. You were not supposed to be there. Okay. But you did listen to divine guidance and you were able to get off that false timeline and get back with your true self. Okay. Do not deviate from your path. Attract a mentor if necessary. Yes. Leo collective, whoever you are, that's the energy that I'm getting, because you're looking for people who can help you. You're looking for like a circle to be a part of, right? One thing I notice about Leos, Leos don't really work alone, okay? Plan where you want to be. And for some of you, if you're not able to do that, because collective, this collective here, if you're in this collective, I think that's kind of where you tripped up, planning where you want to be. Now, you know you want greatness and you know you need to be around people who are in that flow, and you know how to do that. That's what's awesome. But you can't try to join somebody else's team. Okay? Yeah, we got fast changes here, Leo. Take bold steps forward, which you never had a problem with in the first place. Okay? Things happen suddenly in a short period in a hurry. And that's actually good because look, Spirit told you break out fast. After you get these witty ideas and inventions, run for it. Run with it, whatever the term is, or whatever, okay? Whatever this gift is that you have, okay? Use the opportunities that arise. You will discover new talents that will lead to new opportunities, okay? And of course, that's where the fruits of your labors are visible, right? Rich gain is here. It's time to reap the fruits of your labor, Leo. Okay. All right. So look, the doors that were closed, they were closed because those were doors you're not supposed to be walking in. Like you shouldn't have even been in those hallways, Leo. But anyway, we're past that point. 8 and 8. Okay. So I see the number 8 and 8. Let me let's see what angel number 88 has for us before we get into the manifestation part. Because this is the perfect time, okay? Even 3 a.m. in the morning, okay? Because right now I believe we are in Saturn Day. Yes, it is 12:56 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So for you, if you're Eastern Standard Time, collect your data. The resources that I'm going to give you, collect those resources, okay? Take notes or whatever you need to do, and then you can get started in 2 more hours, okay? If you are Central Time, you're ahead of the game, okay? If you Central Time, it's 11:56 p.m. If you're on the East Coast, it is 9:56 p.m. Okay, so you just ahead of the game. All right, so the number 88 is I am wealthy. Okay, this is a manifestation. Okay, this is what's coming out, you guys. I didn't handpick this. Okay, this is what's coming out. Signs and synchronicities. Everything is in alignment. Leo, this is your time. You don't even have to be a Leo. Okay, you do not. The timing is just right. You are on the cusp of a prosperous and abundant spiritual life. I'm telling you, you will find numerous opportunities for success and achievement, all of which bring financial and material abundance into your life. I'm sure that's what you want to be wealthy. Okay. 888, I am abundant. Okay. The number 8, those are infinity symbols. We got 2 infinity symbols. We have 3 infinity symbols. Okay, Leo, as you focus on all the wonderful things that surround you, you're clearing the path for more positive energy to flow. More positive energy. That's what empowers you. Okay, that warm light from the sun. Okay, it just flows into all areas of your life, creating a place for abundance. So I just heard the doors are open, the gates are open, the portal is open, Leo. Okay, that's what I just heard. So divine time and divine alignment, collective. And you don't have to be a Leo for this message to resonate, because trust and believe. Okay, I'm taking notes. All right, because I'm taking notes. If you got to rewatch the video. And by the way, today is not a specific time or a specific day. Okay, like this is not like, oh, it's this day. Like this day is more powerful than tomorrow, whatever the case may be. No, it's just that this is one. If you operate by the phases of the moon, which everyone has water. The moon governs our bodies, okay? Because we're what? At least minimum 70% water, okay? The moon governs the bodies of water, okay? We are a body of water. We just have protective uh, layers, okay? Instead of being loose and open and fluid, okay? Our water is protected by the structures of our carnal body, okay? So, whether you intentionally do it or not, I mean, it is what it is. The signs and synchronicities are gonna, it's all gonna sync up anyway, okay? Um, so if you don't really, if you want to, but you're just like, I'm not too knowledgeable about the phases of the moon. Like, you can use tools for yourself, okay? You can use tools for yourself as far as you don't have to be a tarot reader to get in from to build yourself with knowledge about the moon, the sun, and the earth, okay? You can always I'm always getting self-help tools, because it's like continuing education to go along with my formal education. You know, everybody, at some point you realize there's something, I need to enhance, okay? So, where was I? Fruits of labor. Okay, so let's get into, yeah, so I was talking about the phases of the moon. Okay. All right, so collective, like I said, 3 o'clock this morning, 3 o'clock in the morning this is just one of the times when the moon is waxing, okay? From new to waxing, okay? Set your intentions, blah, blah, blah. Some of us are just ahead of the game, okay? It just depends on whoever you are, right? And how you operate, how you move, what flow that you're in. Because some of us can literally get shit done each day of the moon cycle, okay? That takes time. It takes signs and synchronicity. Like, you have to be in the flow, okay? You have to be in the flow. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. All right, spirit. Look at this. Look. Prosperity, okay? Prosperity. I shuffle at the bottom of the deck, okay? We have Watchtower of the North. We have winter. What do we have here? Moon cycles, okay? So everything is in sync. Like, all these messages have been lined up. Everything's in sync. Give me 1 second. Let me grab something. Because the North, Watchtower of the North, okay? And then we have winter. So let me just look up something so I can give you guys kind of like an insight of what the north winds, because we have northeast, southwest, of course. Each direction has its own influence. Okay. North wind, north wind, north wind. So while I'm looking for this, because I want to be able to say it exactly. And then you guys can take notes if you want. If you want. Prosperity and moon cycles. That's what I was just talking about, right? So this is one of the phases of the moon where you can do prosperity, incantations, and things of that nature. Okay, there's overcoming power and knowing it is God's desire for you to succeed and prosper, as well as knowing how God has designed you to create success and abundance in every sphere of influence. Every sphere of influence. So I know you guys heard me say, the circles that you are in, they need to empower you. I'm definitely picking up on Leos that's what you do. Okay. You already know who to go to, like going to the people, the powerhouses, that's not a problem for you. But some of you have gotten lost in the sauce, okay? You've gotten lost in other people's timelines, okay? And when you get lost in other people's timelines, you start living under an illusion, okay? Because you're not walking in your higher self and you're not walking in your purpose, all right? You got it right. You got it right. Like, you know that you need to be around people who are successful, prosperous, okay? They know how to get ahead, they're resourceful. So you know this, right? And some people are, that act alone, some people are afraid to go after, okay? Some people are afraid to even put themselves in the sphere of influence like that, okay? But you can't be scared, and that's one thing about Leos. That is like second nature. That is like innate for Leos to just, they're attracted. They're attracted to that, okay? So, um, all right, let's see. I am going to find this. Well, anyway, what I wanted to pull up was the specific energy that the north wind has to offer, okay? Each direction has its own special um, empowerment, okay? It's special empowerment that it adds to your intentions, okay? All right, so I will put those in when I pull it up, I'll type it in the community section, okay? I'll type it in the community section and just take notes, I am just really, really, although I do readings all day, every day, right? It still amazes me, the signs and synchronicities. They never fail. It amazes me, okay? So, Leo, this is perfect timing. If you're not a Leo and this resonates and you feel the energies here and this is empowering you, this is for you, okay? All right, let's see. What else, Spirit, what else do you have as far as prosperity, intentions, and manifestations for Leo? Again, happy birthday, Leo. Happy August, okay? We're into August, okay? This is what, we're entering the third quarter of the year. Yep, we're entering into so we have broomstick and Clarence, okay? So there was a message here already about changing things, okay? Transforming energy and things of that nature, clearing out um, karmic weight, okay? Removing yourself from the false timeline, the illusion, and things of that nature, okay? Um, Ooh, we got the Book of Shadows and Secrets in reverse. That is awesome because Spirit is not shielding, nothing is hidden from you. Um, I just pretty much laid out a lot. Okay, I just did. We have air energy. Okay, so although this is imagination, okay, um, the air energy, that is you using your voice, your mental energy. Okay, this is third eye energy. Okay, um, talking, writing, communication, right? But more specifically, um, speaking, okay? And we have ancestors here, and we have healer here, and we have responsibility, okay? So Leo, I do get the energy, collective Leo, responsibilities. Oh, we have high priestess, high priest. I didn't even see that. High priestess, high priest. So now I'm tapping into spiritual healers, okay? And that's probably why everything is lining up. And I'm like, each message that I read, Spirit is giving me confirmation, okay? Spirit is giving me confirmation that it's like, it's almost like this message is like I'm part of the collective, okay? But I have a Leo North Node, okay? So Leo North Node, you could have a Leo North Node, you could have Leo Sun, okay? Strong Leo Sun here, all right? Leo Sun, Leo North Node, Leo Moon, okay? Because we got moon cycles out here. Um, yeah, this is great. All right, so let me move right along. This is awesome. I'm excited. I think I'm excited because that Leo North Node in me is excited about these messages. Uh, so the North Node is short for North Node of the Moon. Okay, so the North Node, like the planet has North and South poles, the Moon has North and South nodes. Okay, all right, Spirit. So we have in touch with your body. All right. So during this time, just clearing out. Okay. Clearing out, detoxing. Okay. I heard detoxing. And I got my little herbal book too. My little herbal deck. Okay. This tea time deck is actually about real tea. Okay. This is about real tea. This is not gossip. Okay. Um, being in touch with your body, I am picking up on detoxing. So you will need, it is necessary to make big changes. Change has been out here already. Setting your goals. Make sure you are properly appropriating not just finances, but self care, putting yourself first. Okay. You got to take care of yourself, okay? Decluttering, getting rid of things that don't belong, okay? Most importantly, during intention setting and manifestation and all that other stuff, it is required that you are open to receiving. If you're not open to receiving, then you won't get anything, okay? You have to be open to receiving. And no, things don't have to be perfect. There's always a way, okay? If this phase of the moon, which for some of you, the grace in the phases of the moon is that they are on repeat, okay? They are on repeat. So let's say right now you don't get the tools, or you're just like, look, I'm not going to do this. Now, mind you, the reason why I said 3 a.m. 3 a.m. in the morning, because the the energy and the connection that we have to the earth, our natural rhythm and flow in our body, the rhythm and flow in our body at 3 a.m. allows us to be open to receive. Okay. That's one of the reasons. All right. So, and there's always a way. So if you're just like, I just need to take notes, I'll just be prepared for, you know, another time or when I'm ready. That is perfectly fine. Okay. But connecting with nature does mean that you don't have to know everything. So you don't have to feel anything at 3 a.m. in the morning, but innately we do. Okay. Just pay attention to the time that you are aware that you actually turned over in your sleep. Okay. Be aware of when you turned your head, okay, and you realize you had some consciousness for a second. All right. Just look at the clock and see what time it is. Okay. Just look at the clock and see what time it is. All right. And of course, the goal is multiple streams of income. I mean, we wouldn't have it any other way. Like, go big or go home, right? Yeah, it's time to move on. Regular pay, minimum wage, okay? Just enough space, just enough room. It's time to move on from that, okay? Leo, you have no problem with bossing up. That's what I know. That's what I know, Leo. All right, let's see. I'll pull out some tarot to see what else Spirit has for you, Leo. Happy birthday. I'm excited. Look, I'm excited. Okay. That's that North Node energy. It's that North Node energy. Okay. It's beautiful to be able to give and receive simultaneously. Like, it's beautiful. All right. Oh, so for detoxing. Okay, so for those of you who you need to detox, okay? And always do things when you feel comfortable, but don't sit in that comfort, okay? So we have cleansing, right? These cards are really tiny, but we have clove tea. Now, I don't know if you guys have been noticing like all these little trendy little viral videos about you see people taking the cloves and they're putting it in water and they're boiling it and they're drinking it or whatever. When it comes to clove, no herb is to be played with, but I'm just saying clove is strong too much. You'll be hallucinating. You'll be dreams crazy, looking like you and I mean, you can be woke and the effects of you too much clove is very noticeable. Okay, you'll be squeaky, you'll be clean on the inside, but no need to be, harming yourself. Okay, so for some of you, I mean, clove is very powerful. Very powerful. Don't sleep on clove. Okay. So this one says grind 1 tablespoon of clove and place it in a quart. Okay. You see, I saw a video that had like a small saucer pot, and there was like, I swear, like, oh my God, 20 pieces of clove in there. They were not properly guided. Okay. And you steep it for 20 minutes. You strain it and you drink it. Now, clove has a very unique taste, right? So just know what you're doing, okay? Anytime you deal with herbs, do not sleep on the power of herbs, okay? Just don't. Don't sleep on the power of herbs because you can end up hurting yourself if you don't know how to use herbs, okay? And then also, just there are blogs out here that are credible, right? Uh, you do have to do your research. If you can find a herbalist or an apothecary or an herbal community that's credible and they actually know what they were talking about, I would seek guidance from them, okay? But cleansing is definitely one of those things that's necessary in this process, okay? So, spiritual cleansing, cleansing of your physical body, mental decluttering, and things of that nature. All right. And then we have olive leaf, okay? Olive leaf is great, but it's not strong like it's a lot milder. It's more palatable than clove. And um, so you're going to put 20 dried olive leaves. Olive leaves actually have a beautiful smell. And you're going to put it in, it says put in a jug, okay? That's not even a measurement, okay? A jug. What is a jug, okay? That could be a gallon. That could be a liter. And then you're going to cover it with boiling water and steep for 10 minutes. So let me just tell you this. I can tell you that as an herbalist, 20 dried olive leaves, that is enough for a quart. Okay. That's enough for a half a gallon, to be honest. 20 leaves, that's enough for a half a gallon. All right. Very powerful. It is refreshing, especially after drinking clove. Okay. That clove is going to clean the hell out of you. I'm just saying. And clove is sweet smelling. It can have a sweet smell to it. Olive leaf can too. But I think this is more palatable. Clove is a spice, and olive leaves, that's in the herb, okay? The herb category. And then we have detoxing here, hibiscus, yes. So as far as what time of the day, um, hibiscus, and I'll read this to you. Hibiscus, you could drink hibiscus more so in the morning, because hibiscus tea gives me energy. It wakes me up. All right. The clove will be more so at night. Okay. And the olive tea can be midday. All right. Hibiscus is a flower. People know that they're familiar with hibiscus in a very popular drink. Okay. Sorrel. Okay. That is made from hibiscus flowers. So you're going to take 2 cups of the flowers, okay, and they're going to be dried. 2 cups of the flowers, um, and 1 quart of water, okay. Let me tell you, hibiscus is strong. 2 cups of hibiscus, I'm making a whole gallon. I'm just saying, I have experience. If I'm going to use 2 cups of hibiscus, that's enough for a whole gallon. All right. Now, and it's going to have you go into the bathroom. The hibiscus, it is a diuretic. Okay. It's great for fluid buildup. It's great for diabetes. It's great for hypertension. But 2 cups, that is enough for a gallon. Okay. I don't know who put this. I don't know who the author is or who created these rituals and blends to soothe your soul. These, I mean, they don't hold back. They definitely tell you, I mean, you're definitely going to, if you follow these instructions, I mean, it's definitely effective. I can tell you that these instructions, these are not the watered down version. I can definitely tell you that, okay? So this is just to clarify the detoxing and getting in touch with nature and things of that nature. Even the process of buying herbs is getting in touch with nature. All right. So you're going to put 2 cups of hibiscus. This is 1 quart. I'm just going to say 2 cups is enough for a gallon, and you will still get the effect. Okay. You can add lemon zest. Okay. You can add lemongrass. All right. But if you add lemongrass to it, lemongrass does have a calming effect. Your blood sugar will drop. So for those of you who have high blood sugar, this will lower it. The hibiscus with the lemongrass will definitely lower your blood sugar. So just make sure that if you have high blood sugar, or if you have low blood sugar, this may not be something for you. Okay, if you have low blood sugar, this recipe right here is not for you. Okay, always do your research. With all information that you get, do your research. Okay, even with the phases of the moon. Okay, do your research, because spirit may tell you otherwise when it comes to the phases of the moon. And I'm telling you, as an herbalist, this one right here, if you have low blood sugar, this is going to lower it, which you don't want to do something that's going to send you into a diabetic coma or anything like that, or make you ill. When it comes to herbs, they are not to be played with. Do your research, okay? They are powerful. We have the numbers 34, 6, and 16. So as far as clearing out the body, Leo, or collective, okay, because This is actually this is some good stuff right here. I think I'm going to be doing this myself. Okay, what did I say? 6, 16, and 34. Okay, we got 66, 666. Okay, 16. Okay, I am perceptive. That's what that clove tea is going to do. Okay, it's going to it's going to clean you out. You're going to have a brand new perception. Okay, you have an inquisitive mind that allows you to uncover important truths. That clove tea is definitely going to help with that. You have a special ability to read into other people's feelings, a wisdom seeker, and your angels ask to share your knowledge for the benefit of others. So this is the whole purpose of the clove tea, to clear you out. Once you are cleared out, there is clarity and your perception is clear. Okay, you are able to perceive things that you were not able to perceive before. All right. I'm telling you, everything has been, it doesn't matter what deck I has picked up. I have picked up, everything is in sync. Everything resonates. There's a flow. There's a harmony, here, in these messages. The flow is smooth. Okay. All right. Let's see what six has. Let's see the number six. Boy, turn me inside of. I don't know why that song is stuck in my head. And that was from yesterday's message. All right, I am nurturing. Okay, that is what olive leaf. This is the number that's on the olive leaf card. I am nurturing. Okay, that's what olive leaf. That's one of the benefits of it. It is a antifungal, antimicrobial. All of these are antimicrobials. Hibiscus gives you energy if you mix it with the lemongrass. As a matter of fact, you guys, I mean, to each his own, but what I'm getting is you want to start your day off with some energy, okay? Especially if you're detoxing. I would just stick with the hibiscus with the lemon. You can actually put the clove in there. As a matter of fact, you just blend it all together. You can. You can put the hibiscus, the olive leaf, and the clove. Some people like, that famous drink that I said, it does have clove in there, sorrel, okay? Your heart is your gift. You are a natural born nurturer and have a great talent for helping and healing others, okay? That's the power of these herbs. There is a healing aspect to detoxing. That's the point and the purpose, to clear out the toxins so that your body can heal. You can have clarity, okay, and you can be receptive. You are the epitome of self-sacrifice and a protector of those you love. Leo, this is definitely your energy. Okay, so 3 and 4 is 7. Let's pull the number 7. Pull the number 7. Let's see what message the number 7 has to offer. Inside of eternity. It is August. Oh my goodness, that's August is like a pivotal time of the year. It's like, you're more than halfway there. I mean, and it's like next thing you know, it's going to be Halloween, right? Okay, number 7, I am brilliant. You possess a very refined mind and a deep urge to uncover life's mysteries. Your ability to acquire vast knowledge on both the informational and spiritual planes gives you a greater awareness than most. I am brilliant. Okay, so the end result of clarity is you are now able to receive. Once you declutter, okay? Once you declutter, oh, I just noticed something. 3 and 4 is 7. 1 and 6 is 7. So just pointing out signs and synchronicities here, okay? Once your perception, once there's clarity, then you can fill up that space with witty ideas, inventions, yada, yada, yada. And now you are open, you are able to receive. You are open and able to receive. Everything just came full circle just now. So Leo, we're gonna do a little bit of let's do a little bit of love, okay? Let's do a little bit of love before we're gonna close this out with love. Okay. So we talked about your money, okay? We talked about moving off false timelines, okay? There's a lot about your character that's out here, Leo. All right. Um, some of the shadow aspects have been addressed, getting you off this false timeline, okay? Putting you back on your timeline, you know, off the path of illusions and things of that nature. So that is awesome. So, okay, let's keep it moving. All right. Money, money, money. Money, money. Money, money, money. All right. And let's see. What do I want to do for love? Love, love, love. All right. Let me just get these decks organized. Make some space. Make some space. Okay. All right. So let's see what is love looking like for you, Leo. Okay. Decks galore. Decks galore. I'm done with all of these. Okay. All right, Spirit. What messages do you have for Leo when it comes to love? What messages do you have for Leo in love? Y'all got a fully loaded birthday reading, Leo. Okay. For those of you who have a Leo North Node, I'm sure this message is definitely hitting home and resonating. I know it feels good. Leo Sun. Oh, we got 12. Okay. So we got devoted blooms, resembling rooms, and empathetic bridges. And at the bottom of the deck, we have wishful thinking, okay? So I'm just curious as to what the wishful thinking part is, okay? Having lofty ideas leads to a letdown. Be realistic. Yeah, some people just, they think of something, they say it without proper knowledge, and then what happens is a letdown, right? You don't achieve with wishful thinking, okay, or thoughts that are not well researched, okay? Devotion blooms, nurture both blossoms and thorns with tenderness, okay? So that only makes sense, okay? You don't want to be rough with a blossom, and you definitely don't want to be rough with thorns, all right? reassembling ruins. From shattered pieces, gather strength to rebuild what was once broken, like your heart, okay, or your ego, okay, because some of Leo, some of you guys are having ego deaths, which is a plus, okay? That's what you want. You want to have an ego death, okay? Empathetic bridges, okay? Empathy, being able to feel, okay? Embrace healing by being kind, okay? Balancing life's contrasting forces, okay? It is important to be kind, okay? Because that promotes healing. If you notice people who are not kind, they're unhappy. They are definitely unhappy. They're troublemakers, um, and the opposite of empathetic is pathetic, okay? So, I mean, which would you rather be? Would you rather be pathetic or empathetic? Okay. All right, Spirit, tell me more about devotion blooms. Let's see. Do I want to use this one? Because, man, I've been trying to save the tarot for last because it's like once you go in with the tarot, like you just it. Woo, it goes deep. Okay. No, this looks like the one I want, but this is not. You're the one that I want. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, so Leo, you may have found the one that you want, okay? Especially since you got off this false timeline and you're able to see past the illusions and see what's really real. You may be looking at your person and you're just like, yeah, you're not the one that I want, and you may have eyes for someone else, okay? Because I'm hearing that song, you're the one that I want. Okay, devotion blooms, nurture both blossoms and thorns with tenderness. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take it because it keeps showing up. Holiday, the answer you're looking for can be during a vacation, retreat, or holiday getaway. I'm with that song, you're the one that I want. Some of you are planning a trip with someone, okay? Get some exercise, okay? As your body becomes stronger, you begin to feel stronger in all ways. That definitely resonates with getting in touch with nature and getting in touch with your body, like healthy choices for your body, detoxing and things of that nature, okay? Because diet and exercising, for some of you, I'm hearing you actually need to stretch, okay? You're stiff and you're tired because you're tense and you're tight, okay? You need to stretch. Look at this. Diet keeps coming out vegetarian, okay? A new way of eating gives you more energy, greater health, clarity, and stronger manifestation abilities. Okay, there we go again, back with the manifestations, okay? Now for some of you, you may already be a vegetarian or you may already exercise that type of diet, right? So eating, you know, non-meat items is probably not a struggle for you, okay? So, but a new way of eating can mean less processed, because I know a lot of vegetarians who their diet is horrible, because it's a lot of processed things, okay? Because some people just don't know how to cook their food to make it taste good. So it's just easy to buy something that's already prepared, okay? Resembling ruins, from shattered pieces, Gather strength to rebuild what was once broken. Okay. So we have express your individuality. Okay, look at her. Some people may look at her and just may think like, why would she put that together? Okay. But this is her. Okay. Allow your true self to shine because you're awesome. Okay. Who you are does matter to you. Okay. It should be the most important thought that you have of yourself. Okay. Um, from shattered pieces, gather strength to rebuild what was once broken. So for some of you, your ego was shattered. Okay. Because once again, you were in a false timeline, uh, not trying to be like other people's, but living in other people's shadows. You know, following trends, whether you like the style or not. It's like, oh, it was trendy, so let me do it. And that's not you. Okay. Goodbye to the old, hello to the new. You finish one part of your life, and now a new and even better part is beginning. Yes, because once you've been, your ego has been shattered. Okay. Got to pick yourself back up and put yourself together, right? Um, and hopefully you end that phase. Okay. You let go of that phase. All right. Um, she is sitting on top of a lotus. Okay. She's sitting on a, she actually has her feet in the lotus petals as if she's getting, as if she's getting like spa treatment, like she's getting a pedicure. Okay. So there's a lot about self here. Okay. There's a lot about identity. Okay. Self. Okay. But I love how it includes diet when it comes to manifestation, because I will say this. Um, Even when doing readings and things of that nature, what you eat does matter. Or you just look at this. What did I say? Be yourself. Okay. Be yourself. This situation calls for you to be your authentic self. I mean, that has been the one of the underlying things of this entire message, Leo. Be yourself, which is the basis for your personal power. Absolutely. Okay. Be yourself. I'm gonna ring the bell on that one. Be yourself. All right, empathetic bridges, embracing healing. Embracing healing. For you turn me inside out. For you turn me upside down. Okay, we have the sun, and it was upside down. Your son is watched over and protected as he explores his world. So for some of you, you may be healing. That depression may have come from you healing from the loss of a son. Okay. And uh, being kind to yourself. Okay. Because I know some of us, the healing process is extra long and extra hard because we're not forgiving ourselves, right? And this message is saying your son is watched over and protected as he explores his world. For some of you, if your son is, I'm also picking up on the energy of someone who is actually pregnant with a son, and maybe you may be worried that there's some complications going on in the pregnancy, right? Um, your son is protected, okay? Whether in the womb, out the womb, or no longer in the flesh, okay? Last but not least, we have let go. As you surrender the need to control, your relaxed energy rapidly attracts your desires. That is definitely true, okay? as you surrender the need to control. Um, Leo, that's what they say about Aries too. Aries are controlling, bossy. They say that about Capricorns. They say that about the need to control, the need to be right. Um, it causes you to be tense and tight. And once again, I was picking up on the energy of somebody when it comes to exercise, like, um, you just need to stretch, okay? Some of you are physically active, you just need to stretch, okay? Healing, healed, and healer, okay? Healing energy surrounds you and this situation. Um, for some of you, the situation is unhealthy and you need to walk away, okay? Walk away, all right? Leave the unhealthy situation and enjoy the new doors that open as a result, okay? Um, there was a message about doors being closed because that was not for you, okay? You were not on that timeline. All right, any more messages for the collective? This wasn't much love out here. This was pretty much self-love, okay? I was trying to get some tender kisses, something like that, but I didn't get it. Okay, if this is just about self-love, I was trying to hopefully get some messages of romance, but self-love is good. Okay, that's going to open up the doorway to um if that's what you want, some of you are just like, I'm good where I am. I'm hearing the song Tender Kisses. Okay, yeah, some of you are just like, I'm good. Okay, I just left my ex. look look, some of you are like, right now I'm walking away, okay? I'm walking away. I'm walking away. Man, I'm telling you. The Chariot, the Lovers in reverse, and the Hermit. Somebody's, like I said, you get clarity. Once you get clarity, you realize, yeah, I was on a false timeline when I met you, but now I'm, in alignment with my higher self, and you're not the one. Okay. I'm hearing the song, you're the one that I want. So somebody is walking away from an old timeline. That's what you're supposed to do. All right. That pretty much sums it up. That's good enough. Okay. That's good. Walking away from somebody. Damn, you're not walking away. Somebody is running. Somebody's running. They like, I see the one that I want. I'm running. Aries, Mars, Sagittarius, Mars, Aries, Leo, Sag. Yep. Somebody said, I'm free. Yep. Ten of Cups, end of story. All right. End of story. So, Leo, happy birthday. This was one detailed message. Okay. Okay. One detailed message, one powerful message. All right. Um, a lot of details in here. The great thing about YouTube is that you can play the messages over and over again. Okay, you can take note. I take mental notes. Okay, sometimes I do write things down, but I have so much stuff. Things connect. When things connect, I just jump right on it. So I don't even put things in the parking lot anymore. All right, you guys. Leo, enjoy. Happy August. Okay, now it's Saturday. Happy Saturday morning. Okay. For those of you who want to book a private reading, once I post this, I will definitely have the information in the description area. Okay. Because right now, I don't think so. I don't think I put it in there. Sometimes I just hit the live button, and I think that's what I did just now. But you can go to any video. Just pull up any video in the description. It will tell you how to book a private reading. And um, the way that I book my readings, I don't have people waiting days and weeks, okay? I know a lot of people are just like, I've done that, you know, they feel like they got scammed and they feel like the only reason they got a refund was because, you know, the reader didn't want any drama. I know people use, to each his own, right? I don't know, but I definitely don't accept you if I can't uh have a turn. If my turnaround time is more than 2 days, I'm not booking you. Okay, yeah, you just won't get booked. I don't want anybody waiting. As a matter of fact, I don't even want anybody waiting 2 days. Okay. All right. Till the next time, with love and light. Namaste. Ashe.